Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Brown here, and I am glad that all of you are going to be able to watch what we're doing today. This is the first book in the discussions that we're going to be doing. These book discussions are designed for people and students who are in grades UPK through probably 8th grade. And the topics that I'm going to be talking about are topics about being worried or being anxious or change or just having to get used to being uncomfortable sometimes when things aren't the way that we would like them to be. So for the next 7 weeks, I'm going to be reading different books about those topics, okay? And the first book that I'm going to read is called Wemberly Worried, and it's by Kevin Henkes. And you're going to notice, because I'm using Zoom, that some things are backwards, but what I think you're going to notice is that the pictures are going to be okay, all right? So sit back and relax, and let's learn about Wemberly Worried. Wemberly worried about everything. Big things, little things, and in between things. Wemberly worried in the morning. She worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard and the crack in the living room wall and the noise the radiators made. At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains in the swings and the bolts on the slide and the bars on the jungle gym. And always she worried about her doll, Petal. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. Wemberly worries all the time, doesn't she? On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only one. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Soon, Wemberly had a new worry, school. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? That's a lot of worries, but it's okay to be worried when you start going to school. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. In fact, she worried all the way there to school. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, Wemberly, there is someone I think you should meet. Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes. She was holding a doll. I wonder what happens next. Let's find out. At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. This is Petal, said Wemberly. This is Niblet, said Jewel. Petal waved. Niblet waved back. Hi, said Petal. Hi, said Niblet. I rub her ears, said Wemberly. I rub her nose, said Jewel. Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. Come back tomorrow, called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. I will, she said. Don't worry. And then she went back to school and kept going back to school, and she wasn't as worried. The end. So that was a pretty good book, I thought, about what it means when we worry, and that sometimes it's okay to worry, but we also find out that there are times when we learn how to handle worrying, and that we don't need to worry about something anymore because we've either gotten used to it or we just don't need to worry and feel that way. So that's our first book. I thank you very, very much for listening, and have a great day. And our next book that we're going to be reading together next week is also a book about worrying, and it's called Ruby Finds a Worry. And we'll have that one for next week, okay? So long for now. Thank you very, very much for watching.